This week, we journeyed down the Rio Dulce to the port town of Livingston. I'm Danielle, and that's Heido. And we are traveling the world with our 8 doggies. We live on a sailboat. We are currently in the Rio Dulce of Guatemala. This time, we'll do a little more exploring of Livingston around town. And then we're going to pop over to Punta Gorda, Belize for a quick beer. And also to renew our 90-day visa so we can come back to Guatemala. We've left the doggies with Grandma and we're on our way to Livingston. ¿Qué tipo de pescado? Sardina. And we will see about how we check out of the country. And then we check into Belize. And then we'll see how long we have to stay out. And then we'll be back. We're learning as we go. It's a lovely tour including lake-like parts, towering white cliffs, dense tropical jungle, and really neat houses and restaurants and hotels along the way. It's seemingly straight out of a Pirates of the Caribbean movie, and we've done an episode about it which I'll link below. Pretty soon we hope to be sailing our sailboat down this way and get to explore it even more. The ride takes about an hour and a half from Rio Dulce area to the mouth of the Sweet River and into the colorful Caribbean town of Livingston. Once we'd arrived in Livingston, we treated ourselves to one of the fancier hotels for sure. We stayed at the Villa Caribe for $75 a night, including a lovely breakfast. They have a nice pool, great views, and beautiful gardens all around. There seemed to be a lot of really cute budget ones right on the water though that we saw later as we had a stroll around town. We did our checkout of Guatemala and then we went in search of dinner. There are lots of interesting details to see in Livingston if you get out and about, such as this traditional method of salting and curing fish in the sun, and this communal laundry area with fresh running portable water where the people can come and fill up. The town is a mix between Mayans and Gifiti culture, which is people of African descent. You can actually do a Gifiti tour of their part of town and learn about their unique community, including trying their very own liquor. There's a lot of food options in town, and we highly recommend you try some of the local Caribbean-style rice and beans. However, this evening, Heido was craving pizza, so we looked online and found this great waterfront place called Casa Nostra. We got there right as sun was setting, and all of a sudden the place filled right up. We had a lovely bottle of wine. The service was really good, and the pizza was good as well. It was an early night for us, as tomorrow we're off to Belize on a 7:30 boat over to Punta Gorda. Our hotel offers breakfast at 6:30 in the morning, which was really nice. Then we were able to be down at the boat around 7:10. It leaves at 7:30 and it is good to arrive early to get a good seat, although it wasn't full. Lots of people will try to sell you tickets as you walk around town, but it is cheaper just to pay directly to the boat captain. Others will charge you 400 quetzales each when it's really only 350. It's just a commission, but just so you know. Of course, I recommend bringing a long sleeve shirt to shield you from the sun. Sunglasses and sunblock are all essential, as not only is the Caribbean sun intense, but you will be receiving a lot of reflection off the water during the trip. I also love having a little scarf that doubles as neck protection or a face guard or even a hair accessory to keep my hair from flying in the wind. The morning trip over to Belize was so perfect. The water was just about as calm as it can be. The trip only took 30 minutes and offered some very beautiful views along the way over crystal clear water. So after we checked in with the border, which was a little shady, and I'll tell you about that in a sec, we took a stroll around town and were immediately reminded that it was Valentine's Day because there was parades and decorations everywhere, which really surprised us. I really enjoyed watching the locals joking back and forth, sometimes in English, and sometimes in the local Creole. So, for our visa for Guatemala, we'd heard anywhere from 1 to 5 days before we were allowed to go back. So, we're hopefully in and out of Belize, which supposedly we weren't allowed to do. We had to pay $100 each, but it was Belize dollars. And then the girl didn't give us a receipt or anything, and I was like, oh, what? And then she was like, go, 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 go. And I was like, okay, and she just like pretty much pocketed the money in front of us. She made it seem like that was the normal fee, and she was going to check with her supervisor while I went to the ATM. Which made me feel really bad because I don't usually do bribes. I try to avoid it at all costs. I'll play dumb or whatever, but I'll stay longer. I'll do anything to not be involved in bribery. So in 2.5 hours, it's just too bad. Everybody here has been so friendly and sweet, and everyone's joking on the streets and super happy. And we've also been ripped off twice in 2 hours. You know what? Rip me off. You need it more than I do if you're gonna do that. Oh, that's the price. Oh no, that was US dollars. Oh, if you pay in Belize dollars, then there's a exchange fee. It's like they just try to confuse you to the point where you're like, I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. Like, how am I gonna? I said, you didn't even give me the right change then. He said, well, that's Belizean. Like, well, then it would be double. It just made no sense. Look at this place. And then you're like, I don't know if I'd come back here, but I'm sure we will someday. And of course, the people, like I said, were super sweet. It's just too bad that it really taints your trip when you just feel like people are out to get you a little bit. We're back in Guatemala officially. We just got our passports back. Oh, it's a good feeling. It's so weird being between countries, especially when you're not sure. So nice to be back. I can't wait to see the doggies. We're gonna have some lunch really quick, and then we're going to catch the 2:30 back to Rio Dulce, hopefully. We really appreciate you being a part of this journey with us. That wraps it up for this trip, but next week we actually go back down the river, and this time we go to Playa Blanca and Siete Altares, which we're super excited about. So thank you so much for being here. Big salty kisses from the pod crew.